is a presentation of Fox Sports.
There is no better way to start a 4th of July weekend, young and old alike, here at the Big A. It is a beautiful night for baseball. The homestand continues tonight. Game 1 of a 3-game set between your Angels and the visiting Kansas City Royals. Hi, everyone, from inside the Big A. Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubza. Glad you could join us for Angels baseball once again. And boy, oh boy, what a terrific series the Angels just had against the Texas Rangers, taking 2 of 3. And last night, the story was all about Jared Weaver. Maybe an all-star, maybe not, but last night certainly was the ace of the staff.
No question about it. The number one guy in this rotation. You needed that out of their pitcher in Jared Weaver. He had outstanding stuff. His fastball, not as hard as it's been throughout the season, but his location was there for him. He ran it in there. 88 to 91 mile an hour. He had an outstanding changeup, a great curveball. You see that two-seam fastball to lock up Hamilton not once, but twice. And that's a guy that had a hit streak going. He shut him down and Vlad, both of those guys. 7 shutout innings, 2 hits. 6 punch-outs.
Well, when you're going that good, obviously you're going to have some defense behind you, and there was one big play late in the game, and of course, the 9-time Gold Glover Torrey Hunter was a part of it.
And he cruised underneath this play. Most center fielders don't even get close to making this play. He ended up making it look easy in the end. Torrey Hunter did not get any hits during the course of the game, did score a run after walking, but it's the plays on defense that make him feel that's much more special. He got back to the wall, made the play, got the ball in there, and of course, Jared showing his appreciation for a great job last out of the game for Jared Weaver during the course of that one, too. So Torrey Hunter said to me one time, he'd much rather rob a home run than hit a home run. It's all about defense for Torrey.
Well, he certainly has done that, and I think he did one last year. We're going to show you that during the broadcast. Tonight, it'll be Joe Saunders trying to go back out there and do what he did against the Colorado Rockies last Friday. He was spectacular against the Rockies over the weekend. He'll be going up against the right-hander Kyle Davies. Game 1 of the 3-game set between the Kansas City Royals and the Angels. Sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Baseball is brought to you by Howard's, official superstores of Angels baseball. Nobody beats Howard's. By your Southern California Hyundai dealers. One more MPG, Hyundai has it, and is now the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. And by Shakey's Pizza. Who holds the record for the most innings pitched in a Major League season? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. Angels getting ready. Looks like Joe Saunders getting ready to walk out of the dugout. Halos and the Royals wearing the All-Star 4th of July weekend hats. Star-spangled logos on the front. As we take a look at our HD presentation. Marvelous, marvelous HD presentation, courtesy of Time Warner Cable. That's what tonight's game begins with. A beautiful shot here inside the Big A. Kansas City Royals roll into this one. 9 games back in the American League Central. Ned Yost at the helm, taking over. Scott Podsednik will lead things off in left field. Jason Kendall batting second, doing the catching. David DeJesus has been red hot of late. He is batting third and playing center field. Billy Butler, the cleanup man, at first. It's Jose Guillen in right field. Alberto Callasco at third base. Mike Aviles at second. Wilson Bettamy has done a heck of a job as the DH. He's a switch hitter. He was batting eighth, and Yuniesky Betancourt batting ninth and playing shortstop. That's starting 9, going up against the left-hander Joe Saunders, who, as we just said moments ago, was spectacular against the Rockies.
Yeah, 8 strikeouts, season high. He had great command of his fastball, his changeup, curveball, slider. Of course, elevated the fastball when need be, too. 3-0 in his career against the Kansas City Royals, including a gem, a 1-0 victory over Zach Greinke and the Royals last season. Arguably one of his best games he's ever pitched.
Take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense behind Joe Saunders. Reggie Willis gets another start in left field. Torrey Hunter at center. Bobby Abreu in right. On the infield, Kevin Franzen back out at third. Ivar, Kendrick, and Napoli rounding out that starting infield with Jeff Mathis getting the start behind the plate.
Anytime with Joe Saunders on the mound, third baseman is going to be busy. Kevin Franzen looks like he'll get a lot of ground balls, especially that sinker, roll over, hit the third base. Kansas City's also a club that will try to bunt a lot. Very good hitting ball club. He's going to be active there at third base.
Angels with their victory in last night's game against the Texas Rangers, 45-36, 3.5 back of Texas in the American League West. Halos taking 3 of 4. The first meeting between these two clubs at Kauffman Stadium as Scott Podsednik takes a strike. Podsednik 293 on the year with 3 home runs, 33 runs batted in. A breaking pitch misses up and in. And it's a 1-1 strike count. Corner infield play, and this is a chopper up the middle. Howie Kendrick's got it, but he's got no play at first. Podsednik runs too well, and it's an infield base hit.
Yeah, Howie's showing some good range to make that play, but Podsednik gets down the line so well. Hits to the left side, no chance to be able to get up and make that play and make that throw across. Obviously, Podsednik, a very serious base-stealing threat at first base. 23 stolen bases on the season. Has been caught 9 times, though.
Team leader with those 23 bags. Nobody else close. As Jason Kendall takes his strike. Overall, the Royals 51 stolen bases on the year. And as we talked about in the pregame on Angels Live with Billy Mack and Jose Mota, the Kansas City Royals tops in the American League in batting average as a ball club, 284, just slightly ahead of the Texas Rangers, who currently are in a rain delay against the Chicago White Sox in Arlington. As that pitch misses low, and it's 1-1 strike. Scott Podsednik ready for his next UFC match. Hands are taped up, ready to go.
Obviously, when he dives back to first base, he's jammed those fingers a number of times going back to the base.
That's an interesting piece of equipment, if you will. Now, I've seen catchers wear something similar, obviously not that big and around the whole hand, but around the thumb. And they'll use that as a thumb guard. It's kind of like a mini cast for guys that throw sinkers so that they prevent that jabbing of the thumb.
It's also a guy that when he's stealing second or third, he will go head first. Clearly has jammed that into the base, either going back to the base at first or when he's trying to steal a base. 289 career stolen bases for Scott Podsednik.
That one's on the inside corner, evens the count at 2-2. Kendall hitting .265 this year, 28 RBIs, in the middle of a 6-game hitting streak. A 2-2. He pulls this one to left. There's a base hit. So the Royals have gotten their first 2 men on here in the first inning. For David DeJesus.
Not the guy you want up in these situations, too. DeJesus has hit the Angels so well throughout his career. 340 career hitter against the Angels, including 533 this season.
So here's DeJesus, 8th in the American League in batting average at .331 with 5 home runs, 35 runs batted in. And the topic of many a trade rumor over the last couple of weeks. Someone looking for a productive outfielder, guy who hits for average, can drive in some runs, can play all 3 corner outfield positions for you.
And a good arm, good speed.
He'll take a fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-1. There's Ned Yost hiding behind Kevin Seitzer. Taking over for Trey Hillman.
Well, Kevin Seitzer's done a nice job with the hitting with this ball club this season, leading the American League in batting average. His approach, hitting the ball up the middle, the other way, trusting their hands, and the improvement they've made from last season. 12th as far as batting average, now 1st in the American League. An old teammate of mine, a guy that one season had over about 220 hits in a season. Very good as a contact hitter, preaching with his young players.
Saunders falling behind at 3 balls and a strike. Mentioned that outing that Joe had against the Rockies. 7 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits allowed, throwing 113 pitches. Notching his 6th win. 3-1 pitch. DeJesus skies one down the left field line. This one's going to find its place in the seats. So the count goes full here on DeJesus. 3rd batter of the game. Scott Podsednik with an infield base hit. Jason Kendall with a base hit to left.
You also wonder if the Royals will send the base runners here at 3-2, no outs. Setting good speed. Then Yost is having being aggressive at 51 stolen bases at a team. But the one thing is, though, DeJesus a left-handed batter. Joe Saunders gets a strikeout, a clear throw to third base.
(3-2). Foul back. Nice catch by a fan who brought his glove. Situation in which you could have a low pitch total if you get a ground ball double play, although DeJesus at times can be difficult to double up, or a high pitch total. This one in the air to second base, and they throw to second. Got him at second for the double play.
How do you do it, Victor?
Well, see, there are times, Mark Goover, just sit back and relax as I tell you this story. No, it's one of those situations. It's a pitch. It's a quality pitch you have to make in order to get the out, at least one out, and it turns out they get a double play on it.
Exactly, in a situation where you're looking at a potential big inning if he either walks or gets a base hit there. Instead, now he can get through the inning by getting Butler here. His ex-Mo show from Howard's. If he got him at second base, good job, though, by Ibar getting in there and cutting across the base and getting the throw from Howie Kendrick for the second out.
No argument from Scott Podsednik or Ned Yost as to whether or not the hand got in before the baseball got there, but there are 2 outs. Kendall still at first base. Billy Butler has a 1-ball, no strike count. Mentioned that De Jesus 8th in the American League in average. Butler 9th, a .322 average. 8 home runs, 42 runs batted in. Tied among the leaders in the American League with doubles, 24. Joe has got to find a way of starting to get ahead.
17 pitches thrown this inning, 9 strikes, 8 out of the strike zone for Joe.
Three balls and no strikes. And it's a 4-pitch walk. So the first inning continues here as Jose Guillen will step up. Mathis out to pay a visit.
Guillen loves the fastball. But the thing is, if you can throw that good fastball on the outside corner at the knee level, you can still get out. You got to be aggressive. You got to get ahead. Don't put yourself in a must-throw fastball count. That was a perfect spot now for Joe Saunders. That fastball right on the outside corner at the knees at 91. Stay with his mechanics, didn't overthrow it, hit the spot.
Just missed inside. That evens the count at 1-1. Guillen had his 21-game hitting streak snapped on Monday, hitting .281, 14 home runs, 50 RBIs, not endearing himself to the Kansas City Royals faithful. The way he's been playing lately, the way he's talked badly about the team, saying that the Royals are the worst fundamental teams in baseball. And then, of course, the proverbial misquoted or taken out of context to follow.
Well, you're a member of that 25-man roster, so you got to include yourself if you're saying that. Certainly a guy that could put up some offensive numbers. Very strong arm in the outfield.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And it's a full count now. The base runners will be off the pitch. A 24 first inning total as far as pitches thrown for Joe Saunders. That's Jason Kendall at second. Billy Butler at first. Guillen swings through the off-speed pitch. Down he goes for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits. The Royals leave 2 on. 1/2 inning complete. No score with the Halos coming up. Of the first inning, this is what Mike Scioscia is running out tonight against the Kansas City Royals. Eric Ibar leading things off in short. Howie Kendrick batting second at second base. Bobby Abreu's in right. Torrey Hunter, the cleanup man, at center. Hideki Matsui back up in the 5-hole DH spot. Mike Napoli playing first. Kevin Franzen at third. Jeff Mathis doing the catching with Reggie Willits. Batting ninth to play left field. Those guys taking on that guy, the right-hander, Kyle Davies.
You know, the ERA is over 6, but he does have 4 very good pitches. The fastball at times will touch 94, consistently stays down with sink, and cuts it around 89 miles an hour. Curveball, slider, and a very good above-average changeup. Loves to throw that to left-handed batters.
Well, Davies did face the Angels back on June the 2nd, took the loss. He went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits. No strikeouts, 2 walks. He's not known as a strikeout pitcher. Finesse from the right side. You mentioned that very good changeup that he has. Opponent's hitting .277 against the right-hander. Ibar takes that two-seamer low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And the split's just about even. 274 from the left side, 280 from the right, and 9 home runs allowed. That's outside, 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, if you're Eric Ibar, you're taking not only 1 but 2 pitches, whatever it takes to get on base in this situation. Put the pressure right back on Jason Kendall behind the plate. He's had a difficult task throwing at would-be base stealers.
And there's a 4-pitch walk to start the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the defense for Kansas City behind Kyle. Pacetnik, De Jesus, Guillen from left to right. In the infield, you've got Callaspo, Betancourt, Aviles, and Butler, with the veteran Jason Kendall, the signal caller this evening for Kansas City.
Ibar's done a pretty nice job making that transition to playing first base. They were trying to find a position for him early on. They knew he could hit at the big league level, but now has settled on and been pretty solid at first base. And you can see him dealing with some sun issues early on as that sun gets through the part of the stadium, goes right over the pitcher's head and towards the eyes of a first baseman. Tries to shield that sun.
Howie hitting .275 with 7 home runs and 50 RBIs. He was the topic of conversation before the game with Mike Scioscia. Members of the media asking about Howie possibly getting an all-star nod with the numbers he's put up this year as Ibar goes in standing up at a very close play at first base. And the 50 RBIs you can't argue with. .275, very respectable. There is a possibility. You have not heard Howie's name when you read, from a national perspective, candidates to play second for the American League. Takes you upstairs, and it's 1-1.
Well, you start obviously with Robinson Cano, what he's doing with the Yankees, but after that, Howie, you could put his numbers up there with him. 50 RBIs, second in the majors this season, only behind Robinson Cano. There's 4 behind Robinson Cano.
Hard hit to second base. Aviles feeds Betancourt. Relay to first is in time. So a double play. Races the base runners. Oh, with 2 outs and the bases clear, Bobby Abreu will step up. Bobby last night 0 for 4. His batting average at .263. Davies' first pitch is down and in. Davies a guy that you would think the approach would be is be patient. He's eventually going to give you something to hit because he's always trying to work both sides of the plate. That's what makes him effective when he is able to work both sides of the plate and establish that inside part.
It seems like he's almost better at times when he's behind 1-0, 2-1. That's when he's going to use his off-speed pitch to get you out front being too aggressive against him. See right there, that changeup. Again, his fastball, he tries to create movement. Relatively straight fastball, but he'll cut the fastball and try to sink it also. We'll go with a breaking pitch here.
And Bobby ahead of the count at 3 balls and a strike. We're talking about Joe and his struggles in the top of the inning as far as throwing strikes. Well, Cal Davies, 11 pitches, 8 balls, 3 strikes, but one of those strikes a double play ball. And there's a walk. Second of the inning is Torrey Hunter steps to the plate. We'll take a look at our Hyundai keys to the game.
Boy, Torrey Hunter has been a pain to the Royals, and he needs to continue to do so. 24 career home runs against the Kansas City Royals. He's only hit more against the White Sox at 26. So here's a guy that can drive the ball. Has had exceptional success against them this season and against Davies, hitting over 400. So look for Torrey to carry this ball club. He played great defense in his homestand so far, but has yet to hit a home run. Tonight might be the night.
Throw over to first, and Abreu's back. Torrey went 0 for 2 last night with a strikeout and a fly ball to right. Also drew 2 walks and scored a run. He takes the fastball down low. Through this homestand, Torrey hitting .250 with 3 RBIs. Halos taking 2 of 3 from the Dodgers, the Rockies, and the Rangers. Longest homestand of the year that ends on Sunday, July 4th. A 5 o'clock start on Sunday. Then the Angels go out on the road for a week. That gets us up to the All-Star break. 1-0. Torrey swings through that breaking pitch, just enough movement on it. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, behind in the count, fastball count, that's when he's at his best. We can throw that slider or cut fastball, whatever way you want to talk about that particular pitch, the curveball and his changeup. I'm going for the curveball here.
Out towards center field. De Jesus coming on, slides and makes the catch for the 3rd out. Nothing happening for the Halos here in the first. 1 complete for the Big A, and we are scoreless. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. by Carl's Jr. Introducing the Hawaiian Teriyaki Chicken Sandwich with grilled pineapple and teriyaki sauce. New at Carl's Jr. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. We've arrived to the second inning. Scoreless here at the Big A. Alberto Callaspo, Micah Vilas, Wilson Betemit to face Joe Saunders. He faced 5 batters in that first inning, gave up a couple of knocks, walked a man, and struck out one. Callaspo off to a pretty good start this year. 277 average, 7 home runs, 36 RBIs. Was red hot at the beginning of June when the two teams met back at Kauffman. That was the beginning of that 2-week road trip. The first series, 4-game set. Angels taking 3 there and went on to that 11-3 trip. Saunders falls behind to 3 balls and a strike on Callaspo.
And that's the pitch right there. Joe has to start in the middle part of the plate and trust the sink action. If you throw it on the corner, it's going to run off the plate. It's hard to call a strike if you're an ump.
Fly ball to right. Abreu pauses for a moment, makes the catch. Callaspo's retired for the first out. And it helps you out, too, in that situation when you've got the ball moving, whether it's a sinker or the cutter. As a catcher, to not move. I mean, I guess you're tempted at times to put that signal out there for a fastball on the outside corner, and you move to that outside corner. That's to the detriment of a pitcher who can't find that spot, at least here in the early going.
Exactly. If you're ahead of the count, you can afford to do that. But when you need to throw it for a strike, you're right, Victor. You have to stay in the middle part. Trust movement. Again, it's much more difficult for a home plate umpire to call that a strike when you're setting off the outside corner and it moves and the catcher's got to reach out for it. Even if it could be a strike, it's going to look like a ball to them.
1-1 count on Aviles. The unusual batting stance of Micah Vilas, who lifts one out toward right center field. Torrey positioned perfectly. Makes the catch for the second down of the inning. And the Angels have a great ticket special available for tomorrow night's game. Fans can now save 50% off ticket prices in select seating areas when using the password USA at angelsbaseball.com or any of the Angels Stadium ticket windows. 6:05 start tomorrow. Two outs, nobody on for Wilson Betemit. Kind of a fun name to say, you know. Betemit. Just doesn't get old.
I think for sure he has tremendous power hitting the fastball.
Good movement on that one, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Betemit serving as the DH tonight for Kansas City. That's why Guillen's in right. And De Jesus is in center with Mitch Meyer, the left-handed batting outfielder, on the bench with Saunders on the mound. Wilson's done a nice job, at least in his 15 games, a .464 average. 3 home runs. He's a switch hitter, too. Fastball got him looking on the outside corner. Joe Saunders, I think, has found it. A 1-2-3 inning, putting his second punch out of the game. No score here. Got the Big Bang Friday after the game. Fireworks tonight and Sunday, of course.
Love fireworks. 4th of July weekend like this. Perfect.
Hideki Matsui to lead things off against Kyle Davies. He promptly takes a fastball for a strike. Matsui, Napoli, and Franzen here against Kyle Davies, who had 2 walks in that first inning. Throwing 15 pitches, 10 for balls. Hideki takes down low. Matsui 0 for 3 yesterday with a strikeout, a couple of fly ball outs, batting in the 6th hole. Back in the customary 5 spot. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Matsui's got to get back to that swing first and foremost. Start hitting the ball hard to left center field.
That one's on the outside corner. Jim Wolf brings up Matsui, and Davies has his first strikeout.
And this fastball on the outer half might have been just a bit off the outside corner. You see that at 92. It was off the corner. And Matsui's got to get back to that approach. Hit the ball the other way, bring him inside, and then drive it, hit it out the right field.
First pitch to Napoli is a fastball down the middle for a strike. Mike comes in batting .258, 14 home runs, a team leader in that home run category. As he rolls over this one, over to Betancourt. There's out number 2. Take a look at our FoxSportsWest.com poll question for the night. Will Jared Weaver win this year's American League strikeout title? The good old 50-50 for Mark Gubicza.
Boy,
yes
I like that
or
one.
no? The chances are.
Well, I'll tell you, it's tough to go against him. He'll say it all day long. He's not a strikeout pitcher, Jared will, but I beg to differ. I say yes.
There you have it. Stick around for the postgame show with Billy Mack, who is dialed in on Angels baseball. He and Jose Mota will have the totals.
And generally, when you think of a guy winning the strikeout total, you think of, a guy throws 95 to 98, but it's Jared's ability to throw 2 different types of fastball. The curveball, the real slow curveball at 67, 68. He's also been able to throw that slider, and his changeup's been outstanding. At times early in the game, he has a tough feel for that pitch, but as the game progresses, he definitely gets that into the strike zone and gets hitters way out in front.
Chopper over to second. Aviles has it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Davies, matching Joe Saunders. 2 complete here at the big game. No score. Top of the third inning here at the Big A, no score, and it's our pleasure to welcome in Ruth Rosen, who this year's Angels representative, People All-Star among us. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your foundation. Of course, it has everything to do with your daughter that you lost a couple years ago.
It does. Carla was a teenager who was diagnosed, and we had 13 amazing months with her, and she inspired us that we just want to live. She just wanted to live normal during her journey, and showed us that we could help families. We didn't know we were going to lose her, but what we learned during the journey was that the families coming behind us needed help to restore some sense of normalcy. And so what our foundation does is we use products and services within the community. We gather these up. We do community events, sponsorship, donations, and we give those to families in need who their child is suffering from a life-threatening medical condition.
And the name of the foundation is Let It Be Foundation.
So Let It Be Foundation.
How did you come to the realization that's what you wanted to name the foundation?
Well, again, it goes back to Carla, a sarcastic teenager saying, "Let it be, Mom, let it be," all the time. And just a few short days before that, we realized that Let It Be was a form of Amen. And she, during her journey, did a fundraiser for the Amen bracelets. And so when we decided to do the foundation, we said, well, it's got to be the Let It Be Foundation.
Sure, makes sense.
Well, Ruth, I went with something similar to this with my daughter. She had a tumor removed from her brain. And I'll tell you what, it's the support from so many people that makes it so, the child is just, they're smiling. They know, and they're looking for support from the parents, but it's that extra support you get from people like you. It's tremendous.
Well, I'd love to take the credit, but it's not me. It is a community. It's a community organization. I just had the amazing blessing of having the beautiful daughter that shared this journey with us. But our community is the one that supports it. The community gets involved. We'd have over 3,000 volunteers get involved in our foundation in 4 years. That's pretty amazing.
That's absolutely fantastic. As Scott Pasetnik gets a base hit into center field with one out here in the third inning, no score. And that'll bring up Jason Kendall. Now, let's talk a little bit about being chosen as the Angels representative for People All-Star among us. You're going to be trotted out here at the Big A. How awesome is that for you?
That's going to be awesome. It's already awesome. I mean, am I here? Pinch me.
No, you're here.
Okay.
I feel the same way every time I walk in to be next to Mark Gubas. I pinch myself.
It is. I don't want to be recognized. I wish our community was here to celebrate with me. I don't want to be the only person in the limelight. I think I best describe it to my boys that are here with me tonight, Brandon and Cole, and my husband, is that we're a band. The foundation's a band, and I just happen to be the lead singer. If you don't want to drum and you don't want to set up, I can't sing. So I just happen to be the lead singer for the Let It Be Foundation.
Well, what type of activities do you have set up for that whole weekend, and, of course, every week setting up before the All-Star game?
It's been amazing so far just to have Major League Baseball. My boys think I am cool now. I am cool. I'm cool.
You are.
4 years of helping 26 families on a monthly basis, and they don't understand that impact because they're 9 and 12, and I don't expect them to. But now that Major League Baseball and People Magazine think that I'm an all-star, I am now finally something in their eyes.
Now, looking ahead, of course, and I remember last year, Christine Shively was the Angels representative.
Yes,
and
great representative.
Absolutely. We've had a chance to talk to her on a couple of occasions. She was obviously in St. Louis, and her group, Knots of Love, has just grown incredibly in this 1 year. What do you anticipate? What are your expectations being honored on the field here at the Big A on July 13th?
Well, we're a foundation about events. We do event after event after event because I feel that, and I'm not just saying it from me, but our whole foundation feels that the support comes from the community. So as much as my husband, the money guy, loves that checks come in, I'm one for love. And the community needs to support these families. The families come to our events. They see them. And so the answer to that is I feel like we're going to get a little bit of a extra event put in there that doesn't cost me energy, doesn't cost our foundation volunteers extra energy. And I'm looking forward to what's going to become of it because 4 years now, I have believed that the Let It Be Foundation can be in every community because it's really simple. You take the products and the services that exist in the community and you give those to the families in need. It's pretty simple.
Absolutely.
So why isn't every community having a Let It Be Foundation? So I'm hopeful that I will inspire through just the joy, the hope, the inspiration that I have to give, that there's going to be a family sitting somewhere else that says we should be doing that in our community, or that there's somebody sitting there that says, we have sick kids in our community. Why are we not doing this for our own?
Well, it's got to make you feel great when you see that love outpouring back to you for what you've been able to do to these families that need that little extra hug and that little extra love.
I had the privilege of having Fox Sports come out last night, and I've never seen, I've never had the. There was a mom that we're caring for. They went into her home last night, and they asked her how she felt. And she turned to me, and she shared. And I just about lost it, because she's living it. I know what she's feeling, and she looked in my eyes, and I know that we were making a difference for her right then and right there. Mm-hmm. She had just gotten home from chemo that morning with her son. Wow. And so it just feels great.
Yeah, that's got to be a great feeling for you. And your boys, we just showed them on the camera there. They're just loving it right now, looking down there. They're so proud of you, of their mom, though.
They are. Thank you. I think they really are. And I just want to say that I'm really sorry that you had to go through that, too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's the outpouring love you get from everybody. I mean, it was tough. But my daughter, right away when we brought her home, she had the surgery down at UCLA Hospital, and we came home, right at Thanksgiving time. But all of a sudden, she's like, why is everyone paying attention to me right now? I want to go out and play. And the doctor says, well, you can go out and play. You can ride a bike as long as you wear a helmet right away. So she's had that type of, the fight in her, which I'm sure when you have that and you give that love to a family and then a child that needs that support, then all of a sudden I think it becomes that much more, where you just want to get back out there and do the best you can under the tough circumstances.
And that brings up a really great point, is that your child, she's like, why is so much attention on me? My boys, they were 5 and 8 when Carla was going through this journey. Actually 4 and 7 when it started, and they feel left out. So one of the things that we really do is we care for the entire family on a monthly basis, so that the family feels loved, not just the sick child getting all the attention. And so we focus on activities, enrolling them in sports organizations. We send our families to Angel games. We give the clothing not only to the sick child, but to the siblings as well.
Well, there's the third out of the inning. Ruth, congratulations once again being named a People All-Star among us. Have fun on July 13th. How can people get in touch with your foundation?
They can go to letitbefoundation.com.
There you go, letitbefoundation.com. No score here, heading to the bottom of the third. To lead things off here against Kyle Davies, who bounces the first pitch to start the bottom of the inning. Mathis, Willits, and Ibar here in the Angels' half of the third. Joe Saunders just allowing that base hit to Scott Podsednik in the top of the inning. third hit allowed. And thanks again to Ruth Rosen for joining us here in the booth. It's ground out for the first down here in the third.
What's amazing, those little things you can do for a community to help people out. A smile on her face, consider what she went through. It's just amazing.
Here's Reggie Willits. Reggie takes a strike. Third straight start for Reggie in the outfield. Played left on Wednesday, center. Left yesterday, pardon me. And once again out of left field. There's that changeup from Davies. That's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Both starters had a tough first inning, and they have settled down since, throwing more strikes.
Ability to be able to throw the all-speed pitch along with the fastball. See Kendall sitting up there where he want that slider to go on the outside part of the plate against Willits. Now coming back with a changeup.
Skies this one out to shallow center field. De Jesus comes chugging in, is under it, makes the catch. There's a second out of the inning. Hey, the Angels Friends and Family Fun Pack presented by JetBlue lets you enjoy 4 game tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $44. The next Friends and Family Fun Pack game takes place tomorrow night against the Royals. Purchase your family fun pack today at angelsbaseball.com. Eric Ibar, the leadoff man, drew a walk in the first inning. It was a race on a double play ball. Takes ball 1 upstairs.
Again, Davies stays out of the middle part of the plate. I'll throw that fastball or all-speed pitch on the inner half. Same thing on the outside part of the plate. Avoids the middle. Very difficult pitcher when he gets on a roll.
He falls behind at 3 balls and no strikes. Ibar taking the whole way. 3-1 now. Kendall set up right down the middle. And Ibar pulls this one up the line. Butler has got it. That's a fair ball. And Ibar is retired. Another 1, 2, 3 innings. 7 in a row retired by Davies. We've played 3 and still no score. from Weber State. Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the NFL draft, number 255 by the Detroit Lions. That's what you get to do, is drag the infield here at the Big A. Congratulations, Mr.
Hey,
Toon.
if you're drafted at all by the NFL, you're pretty darn good. Especially when you can do the groundskeeping job, too.
Well, I mean, that right there can tell you how much talent is in that body. He's got great hair. Manny Ramirez certainly would enjoy hanging out with Toon. Probably
and
will.
a great name, too.
Yeah. Billy Butler popping one up to shallow left. Eric Ibar with the call. And there's out number one. Let's take a look at our AT&T trivia question tonight. The Angels have won 3 straight American League West titles. Which team holds the record with 5 in a row?
Oakland?
Perhaps. Kansas City? Maybe.
You have that look.
What look?
I don't think they did.
All right. That's cool. Jose Guillen.
5 out of 6, maybe. 5 in a row.
A ball. All right. So now you're doubting me. Now it fouled straight back, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Something I probably shouldn't.
Guillen, a strikeout victim in the first inning. 1 of 2 punch outs for Saunders. He fouls another one back, almost the same exact spot. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Most times Joe will come back with a changeup now on the outside part of the plate after elevating that fastball. Now it's going to go back in with the fastball.
Jams him nicely right over to Kevin Franzen. 2 outs. Brings up Alberto Callaspo. Boy, what a nice night for baseball. Cool breeze blowing here at the Big A. The Royals have managed 3 hits against Saunders. The Angels still looking for their first against Kyle Davies. Callaspo hit a fly ball to right to lead off the second, so he's 0 for 1. That had a banner year last year. Well, mostly playing second base. A little tapper in front of the plate. Mathis, textbook. Retires Callaspo. Another 1, 2, 3 innings. Second of the night for Joe Saunders. Middle of the 4th. And scoreless. Check AT&T for details. And by your Southern California Ford dealers, where you'll find the new Transit Connect. Check it out at scforddealers.com. Howie Kendrick takes a strike to start the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Kendrick, Abreu, and Hunter here. Angels looking for that first hit. They had a couple of base runners in the first, courtesy of 2 walks. The first walk was erased on a double play hit into by Howie, so he's 0 for 1. 1-1 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. It's going to be a tough play for the strong arm. Benton Courtney retires Kendrick for the first down here in the inning. Go back to our AT&T trivia question. Talking about the American League West division titles. Which team holds the record with 5 in a row American League West titles? It's the Oakland A's with 5 straight from 1971 and 1975. I just wanted to see if I could create some doubt, and now I can get in your head.
I remember Kansas City there in 76, 77, 78, but it got beat all 3 years by the Yankees. And finally they got the Yankees in 1980 to take on the Phillies in the World Series.
Abreu takes a strike. Bobby had a walk at the first, so no official AB for him. Had a slapped foul.
Well, how interesting were those Oakland A's teams that won those Division 5 in a row? They had some characters on those teams.
No doubt.
They didn't necessarily get along with each other either.
Yeah, that division was always tough. You mentioned the infighting that Oakland had. And conversely, the Royals were more of a tight-knit group. Such a young franchise. It's good to see next door in the Royals broadcast booth, one of the all-time great second basemen in Kansas City's history,
one of my favorite teammates. Talk about a guy with a lot of gold gloves.
On the ground to second. And Bobby is retired for out number 2.
Boy, Frank was unbelievable at second base. Covered a lot of ground, could turn a double play. Well, he hit 4th for us that year we won the World Series in 1985, and you wouldn't think of Frank being the number 4 hitter, but so many clutch hits for us when we won that World Series.
Torre 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center. They'll take that off-speed pitch inside. Davies pretty much even in strikes to balls, but has been enough around the strike zone to get Angel hitters off balance and miss-hitting the baseball. Torre takes down one low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Davies, 26 years of age. Native of Georgia. Spent time in the Atlanta Braves organization after being their 4th round pick in 2001. Picked up by Kansas City in 2007. That is hard hit into center field. There's the first knock of the night for the Angels. So with Torre on base, we'll take a look at our Lexus Pursuing Perfection. We promised you a year ago. Great catch by Torre Hunter, this on Mother's Day.
He usually hits home runs on Mother's Day, but that particular game he did not. He said, but you know, this was better because I prevented a home run and then won the game because of that play.
That's what I do! That's what I do, baby! That's what I do, baby! Know that! That's what I do! Yeah!
And that is our Lexus Pursuing Perfection. You talk about bringing back the game winner. At least the game changer in that particular point, because it was at home here at the Big A against Kansas City, but he got way over the wall. Fuentes, I remember him just giving that fist pump for him when he made that play.
Matsui, a strikeout victim, the lone punch out for Davies tonight. Takes the off-speed low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Davies last year with Kansas City got 22 games in, 22 starts. Was 8-9 with a .527 earned run average. There's that off-speed pitch. That'll leave it a count.
Again, pitching backwards. The fastball count, able to throw the changeup. Very good changeup out of Davies. Torrey Hunter always a threat to steal a bag, too. 6 stolen bases. This year has stolen 64 bases against Jason Kendall behind the plate. Not all the time his fault. It's up to the pitchers to try to slow down the running game. That's thrown out 20 would-be base stealers. About 24%.
Two-one, down low, and it's 3 balls and a strike. First time that Davies has had to work from the stretch since that first inning. A little different look, a little different feel. And there's a fastball for a strike. Matsui taking the whole way, and that will start Torrey from first base with 2 outs. Billy Butler, the first baseman, will play behind with Matsui at the plate. Fox Sports West Tribox. There's only one. Here's a 3-2. And that is out into right center field, a base hit. Torrey got a good jump heading to third. He is going to be stopped there. Guillen's throw goes to second. So on the off-speed pitch, with that swing that Matsui has, kept that bat through the strike zone for a long period of time, making contact and putting runners at first and third with 2 outs and Napoli coming up.
Exactly. Even though he was fooled, he kept the bat through, and then Torrey Hunter realizes that, able to get into third base, was almost contemplating trying to score on that. Dino, he was looking to see where that throw was going to be in to the infield. Guillen got it to the second baseman quickly.
Here's Napoli, who rolled out to short in the second inning. Outfield straight away against Napoli. First pitch. That's grounded toward the hole. Bencourt can't handle it. Under his glove. Angels up 1-0. Boy, talk about a seemingly routine ground ball toward the hole. Probably a bang-bang play at first base, but I'm kind of surprised that Bencourt even left his feet.
Yeah, Bencourt looked like he had the ability to be able to get the glove down and make the throw to second. But it gets underneath the glove there. Sure, Honda Exmo and the replay will show that baseball just under the glove. It looked like he had a chance to stay on his feet to get to that ball and make that throw to second base or first.
Well, especially with the arm that he possesses. Broken bat bouncer towards short. The barrel heads toward the Angels dugout, and Napoli is forced down at second, but the Halos with 2 outs get 3 straight knocks, and after 4 complete, Angels up 1-0.
Exactly. I mean, you were up here dancing yourself.
Oh, absolutely. But that was more Macarena than hip-hop, dance, or jazz. Joe Saunders to face the bottom third of the order, Aviles, Bettamy, and Betancourt. Boy, the Angels go from no hits through the first 3 2/3 to 3 straight base hits. Torrey Hunter, Deki Matsui, Mike Napoli. That one missing outside. That's 2 balls and no strikes. Aviles hit a fly ball to center field in the second, so he's 0 for 1. But during that at bat, we were mentioning that the awkward stance that Aviles has.
When you mention that as a pitcher, you see that movement in the bat, you would think, boy, he's got to be susceptible to fastballs in. There's just too much movement to be able to catch up to a good fastball in on the hands.
Fouls this one off. Joe starting to expand the strike zone. As a 3-ball, 2-strike count here on Aviles, the leadoff man of the 5th.
See all that movement in the hands, but he does slow it down right when the pitch is about ready to be thrown to him. Give him a chance to make an adjustment, but still a lot of movement.
Fouled back. Kind of reminds me of another diminutive second baseman, Dan Uggla of the Florida Marlins.
Holds his hands with movement.
Yeah.
You know, Sheffield certainly was a guy that had the movement of bat, but he had an unbelievable bat speed to be able to catch up.
That's a ground ball fair inside the bag heading toward the corner. Bobby was shading him that way. Aviles trying to go to second. The throw is not in time. Well, what a quick tag by Eric Ibar. And a nice try by Abreu playing toward the line. It's a leadoff double for Aviles.
Nice job by Bobby Abreu to cut that off and make that a lot closer play than anticipated.
That's a bunt in front of the plate, and they've got Aviles hung up. He may have hurt himself. He may have twisted his knee. He's going to get tagged out. They throw to second, not in time. But Aviles tried to stop. Once he saw that bunt, just stopped right in front of the plate. He slammed on the brakes, and at that point went down to a knee.
Give him credit, though, for trying to stay in that rundown as long as possible to let Bettamy get to second base. Clearly he hurt himself. Stayed long enough in that rundown. Bettamy was able to get in scoring position himself. Here's the bunt out in front of the plate. Mathis bounced out there so quick. You see him stop right away. He hurt his leg, his right leg. And that's the position right there. If you're you run right at him and tag him as quick as possible, because now Bettamy in scoring position.
That's the last thing Aviles wants. This one lined right to Eric Ibar. There's out number 2. Aviles coming off Tommy John surgery last year, getting back and playing on a regular basis for Kansas City. To have an injury like that, hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, you hope he's okay. He's a guy that had great numbers for him in the past. Guy that they're counting a lot on him, but already coming back from surgery on the arm, and then all of a sudden you hurt your leg. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in there. It looks like he's going to try to be able to stay in the game. 108. 325 batting average.
Scott Podsednik tonight, 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits. Joe's had pretty good numbers throughout his career against Kansas City. 3-0, even 3 earned run average.
Now, that game he pitched against Zach Greinke last year in which he beat the Royals, and Greinke at that point, Greinke was undefeated, 1-0. I mean, that was about as good as a game you could see played by both sides defensively and pitched so well.
Breaking ball on the corner. It is 0-2.
It's a nasty breaking pitch. 78-mile rate on the corner. Starts on the inside part, ends up at the knees on the outside corner.
0-2. Breaking ball got him. That one bouncing in the dirt. There is out number 3 as Saunders picks up his 3rd punch out. Middle of the 5th, Angels. Angels up with a score of 1-0. Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubicza. Glad you could join us on this holiday weekend, wherever you may be. A happy 4th of July weekend.
I just love the 4th of July weekends. They're the best. Summer's right here. Kids are home, no school. Fireworks. Lots of barbecuing also. And baseball games.
It's a slice of Americana.
Well put, Victor.
Mathis swings through that pitch. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. You mentioned barbecuing. What kind of meat's on the grill when you're queuing it up?
Turkey burgers.
Really?
Yes.
Never would have guessed that.
Chicken. Some hot dogs.
1-2. Just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tri-tip sliders, huh?
That sounds pretty good.
Mathis out toward right. Guillen coming on, and he will make the grab for the first out here to start the 5th. Let's take a look at our Jaguar game recap.
Well, it's all about Mike Napoli getting that base hit by Betancourt for that base hit. The only run of the game so far, and Joe Saunders throwing the ball pretty well. Early on had command issues, but then after that, started painting that fastball. 3 punch outs for Joe Saunders.
Credit Kyle Davies for the job that he has done. after a sluggish start to this ball game in that first inning. Settled down, but gave up those 3 2-out base hits in the fourth. Reggie fouls it back. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Reggie skied one out to center field. His first plate appearance, so he's 0 for 1. That last foul ball going into the press box, and I think it landed in the lap of Bob Dutton, the Kansas City Star.
Bob showing some quick hands to make the play.
You got to watch out. Reggie dropping a bunt up the third base line. Carrasco, a nice play, but the throw pulls Butler off the bag, and it goes off his glove and actually into the camera well. So Reggie will advance to second. Should be a base hit and an error. What a great bunt.
Boy, that caught him by surprise. Completely gets it down. Pasco almost made a great play on that one. In with the bare hand, strong throw, but high throw into the runner. Butler trying to keep an eye on the baseball into the glove as Reggie was running right at him. Now in scoring position with 1 out.
Would have been one heck of a play had the ball actually gone into the glove. I would have liked to have seen that call at first. Bang, bang. Here's Ivar, the leadoff man, takes down low for ball 1. Ivar with a walk and a ground ball to first. We'll take a strike.
Boy, he's throwing off for back-to-back changeups. Especially when he's behind 1-0. Ivar is looking fastball. You can see just the way he was trying to time it. An 83-mile-an-hour changeup gets the strike.
We've seen Eric over the last couple of games certainly let it fly from the left side. 1-1. Downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Betancourt trying to keep Willis close to the bag at second with 1 out here in the 5th. This one rolled foul.
Boy, another off-speed pitch behind in the count for Davies. Really, he's only given up 1 hard hit ball for a hit, and that was by Torrey Hunter. The ground ball by Napoli wasn't hit particularly hard. Matsui flared in the outfield, and of course the bunt hit by Reggie Willis. So he's done a nice job as far as changing speeds. Hasn't been consistently around the strike zone as far as throwing strike after strike, but the ability to throw the off-speed pitch has helped him.
This one's sky to left, but Zednik is there. That is out number 2. Howie takes low for ball 1. 0 for 2 today with a double play ball and a ground out to short. A base hit by Mike Napoli in the 4th inning, snapping an 0 for 13 with men in scoring position for the Angels. This one grounded to the third baseman Callaspo. This time it is true to first for the 3rd out. Nothing happening for the Halos. 5 complete here at the Big A. Angels still have a 1-0 lead.
Torrey went about 100 feet on Tuesday night to save the game, but this time against Kansas City last season went about 150 feet over the wall, bringing it back. Game-saving play. Fuentes gets the save. Oliva thought he had a dinger. Hang with him. And that was our Coors Light free scan, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
All-time Gold Glovers, Roberto Clemente. Willie Mays with 12. If he keeps up this pace, he can get there. It's pretty good company.
Great company. How about that arm Roberto had in the outfield?
No balls, 2 strikes on Jason Kendall. 1 for 2 with a single in the first. How about that fastball? Tied him up.
Talk about locating the fastball perfectly ahead of the count. Kendall's looking for something away to be able to hit in the right field. Instead, gets a fastball up and in at 89 miles an hour. Ties him up. Exmo will show right over that front leg. Perfect spot. Good setup there by Mathis behind the plate. Saunders executes that fastball.
4th punch out of the night for Joe to go with 1 walk. Here's David DeJesus. 0 for 2. Lining out into a double play and hitting a fly ball to left. One ball, 1 strike.
Joe's had a pretty good breaking pitch throughout this game, too. Fastball elevated and sinking the fastball. A couple good changeups.
On the ground, Napoli going deep to his right. Feeds Saunders. There's out number 2. Billy Butler coming up now with 2 outs and nobody on as we take a look at our U.S. Marines leaders of the game. Last year became the 5th player, 23 years of age or younger, ever with 20-plus home runs and 50-plus doubles in 1 season. How about that company? Hank Greenberg, Alex Rodriguez, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, and Billy Butler.
It's pretty nice to be able to have your name mixed in with those guys.
Butler's drawn a walk and popped out. Fans here at the Big A got the wave going. Feeling feisty on a Friday night. You know what it is? Getting ready for Buttercup coming up a little bit later on.
Can't wait myself. The Foundations sing Buttercup.
Oh, is that who sings it?
Yes.
Nice. You went home last night and looked it up?
Researched.
Who told you?
The internet.
Hard hit, 1 hopper to Howie Kendrick. Fires over to Napoli. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Saunders. Toyota. Get a great deal on Toyota's full line of hybrid and fuel-efficient vehicles at your Toyota dealer today. And by Jack Daniels. Your friends at Jack Daniels remind you to drink responsibly. Oh, look at that. Is that Honda Exmo? Howard's Exmo?
Both.
Both. Simultaneously.
Yes. The wave that never gets old.
1-0 Angels. Bobby Abreu to lead things off here. Abreu, Hunter Matsui against Kyle Davies. He's thrown 4 pitches. 41 for strikes. 1 strikeout, 2 walks. We said he wasn't a strikeout pitcher or a guy that walks a lot of guys. Abreu hits one sharply over to first. Butler takes it himself, and there's the first out of the inning. Bobby now 0 for 2 with a walk. It's certainly a lot different approach tonight in Kyle Davies than what we saw, these guys saw, especially in C.J. Wilson. More of a power left-hander.
Power fastball, hard curveball. Davies changing speeds again, pitching behind. In other words, in fastball counts, that's when he's throwing his changeup or his breaking pitches.
Gets ahead of the count on Torrey. He had that base hit, first of the night for the Angels in the 4th inning with 2 outs, started that rally. Scored the only run in this one.
2 fastballs to Torrey now so far in this at bat. Unlike it, will get something off speed.
Off the end of the bat toward the middle. Betancourt's got it. Spin move, and the throw to first is in time. And now you know why we were talking about that one ground ball by Napoli as to why Betancourt ended up diving for that ball. He's got pretty decent range when he decides to use it.
And a great arm also, an accurate arm. He covered a ton of ground and made that throw, and it's Torrey out by almost a full step in the outfield grass. Perfect throw.
So our One West Bank, one person, one play, brought to you by One West Bank, one person at a time. So 2 out, space is clear for Hideki Matsui now. Matsui on a 3-2 pitch. Get that base hit to right center field, moving Torrey Hunter to third base.
But it seems like Matsui's still looking for a fastball in the inner half against Davies. More likely won't get many of them, except for effect. Off the inside corner. See what those so curveballs, his fastball will be on the outside part of the plate, and that's why he's got to go the other way and drive the ball to left center.
A lot of attention still being paid to Godzilla as he goes the opposite way for a base hit. Good approach by Matsui. And another 2 out knock. See if the Angels can get another rally coming with Napoli coming up.
That's all you really could do against Davies if you're left-handed batters. Go the other way. Slow curveball in the outer half. Went with the pitch. Oh, second hit.
Napoli 1 for 2 as he skies one out to left center field. Podsednik calls off De Jesus with both hands too. And that's a legit stop sign. Through 6, Angels still up 1-0. Guillen, Callaspo, and Aviles here to face Joe Saunders, who's thrown 82 pitches, 51 for strikes, 4 punch-outs, 1 walk, and 4 hits allowed. He's kept Guillen in check with a strikeout and a ground out, so Jose is 0 for 2. Swings the first pitch and fouls it back.
Although that pitch was up, it was on the outside part of the plate. Still a good location. Trust in the movement. Trust the fact that you have that doubt in the hitter's mind of where you're going to actually throw the next pitch.
Jam shot, and it's fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes.
So fastball outside, fastball inside. Jeff Mathis likes to back that right back in with another fastball often. Going right back in.
Upstairs.
We're going to go with the changeup.
So the count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mike Butcher, Mike Socha got to be happy so far with their performance, especially after that tough first inning.
This from Sky to center. Torrey dead in his tracks. Put it away for the first down. Joe throwing 25 pitches in that first inning.
Now it's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. We got Friday night fireworks here at the Big A after the ball game. Tremendous sound, tremendous color, the excitement, and of course, you have it again on Sunday for the 4th of July. Spectacular fireworks. Friday night, Sunday night. Game time, by the way, Sunday at 5 o'clock. That was our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast.
That was a blast. 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Alberto Callaspo grounding 1 to short. 2 away. Tomorrow night, left-hander Bruce Chen gets the start for Kansas City. He'll be going up against Irvin Santana, the youngster. And then on Sunday, wrapping up this 3-game set, Anthony LaRue, who's 1-1 with a 3.63 ERA, will face the sinker baller, Yoel Pinheiro. Aviles takes a strike. Aviles 1 for 2, had a double in the 5th. He was caught in that rundown after Bettamy tried to sacrifice him over. Zach Greinke, of course, not making a start this weekend. He struggled in his start against the Angels in Kansas City. Bouncer, Saunders has got it. Step and throw to first, a 1-2-3 inning. 8 in a row retired by Joe. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. Halos up 1-0.
women had before.
Words can't describe it. The way it makes you feel just walking in this place and seeing how it looks compared to how the place looked before we came in here.
Well, from Fox Sports to all U.S. service personnel, happy Independence Day and thank you.
No question. Thank you.
Kevin Franzen backing out at the plate. Apparently something has blown in his eye with the breeze here at the Big A. No balls and a strike on the Angel third baseman. Halo setting up the bottom third. Franzen, Mathis, and Willits. High chopper on the third base side. Callaspo is not going to throw anybody out. It's an infield single for Kevin Franzen.
Well, there's nothing you can do as an infielder now. You just got to make sure you don't make the throw. As a pitcher, you make the perfect pitch and get the guy to hit the ball like that into the ground. And lo and behold, give up a base hit. Certainly a situation where you're going to see some action here as the Angels try to create an opportunity to get a run. Mathis maybe asked to bunt here.
Jeff 0 for 2 with a ground ball to third and a fly ball to right. Callaspo playing in at third. There's the Bondi bunts it foul. Kind of at the last minute, just dropped that bat barrel just enough to foul that pitch straight back.
And Jeff, one of the best runners the Angels have. So missed that opportunity on that suicide squeeze on a pitch way out of the strike zone as he tried to foul that one off. And here, he's trying to get the bunt down kind of the last minute. You mentioned that. That wasn't straight out there to be able to put it in play and advance the base runner.
Pitch out, nothing happening. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. That just goes to reputation and perhaps a hit and run situation.
Again, as a pitcher, you can't speed up your delivery, do anything different. You're going to give away what you're trying to do when it comes to a pitch out. You got to stay within your normal mechanics to sell it.
And he bunts another one foul. There's that just enough movement. It's a little cut fastball.
As a hitter there, when you're asked to bunt, square around and track the baseball, play catch with the bat. Though it's easier said than done when the ball's moving like that, too, at the very end.
Here's the 1-2. He takes it low, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Royals, no runs, 4 hits, an error, 4 left on. Angels with a run, 6 hits, and they've stranded 5. Here comes a 2-2. Oh, it just misses outside, so 3-2 count now. Nice job from Mathis to try to work the count back in his favor.
Yeah, I would think that Franz is going to be going here on this pitch. 3-2. Trusting that Jeff Mathis, at the very least, if it's not a walk, or at least put the ball in play. The defenders out of their comfortable position.
There goes Franzen, 3-2. A swing and a miss, and throw down by Kendall. Nowhere near the bag. So Franzen picks up a stolen base, puts himself in the scoring position.
Well, a real good jump Throw by Kendall sailed away from him into second base. Tough pitch to be able to handle to begin with. That was a sinking fastball. Be able to catch it and throw it.
Robinson Tejeda beginning to loosen up in Kansas City's bullpen. Reggie Willits takes a strike. Reggie a fly ball to center and a base knock. 1 for 2. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. .93 pitches for Davies now as we play here in the 7th inning. One. Coming back inside, that fouled straight back, and it's 1-2.
Still pitching in, pitching away, avoiding the middle part of the plate because he doesn't have overpowering stuff. Changes speeds very well. Cuts that fastball, sinks the fastball, but then uses that changeup and slow curveball.
And when you say changing speeds, it's not necessarily fastball to changeup. It's changing speeds off the fastball.
Off the fastball, that BP fastball here is talking about. Batting practice speed fastball gets the hitter out in front.
On the ground on the left side, bobbled for a moment by Kayasco. He retires Willits for the second out of the inning. Francis stays at second.
On that side of the infield, the Royals have some pretty strong arms. Kayasco at third and Betancourt at short. When the ball bounced up on him again, to be able to make the play in a strong throw. That's a heck of an arm.
Bounced up on him, and he also peeked up to see where Franzen was at second base. I think if he thought he had to play at second, probably would have gone over there, but took the out alertly. There are 2 outs here. Franzen still at second. It's up to Ibar to bring him home.
Last time up, started him off with 2 straight change-ups. Eric looking for a fastball. You mentioned earlier that he's turning on that fastball hitting from the left side.
Slow curveball misses low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. They were delayed for a little while in Texas, and they are in the 5th inning. Rangers taking on the Chicago White Sox. Texas up 2-1 that game at the bottom of inning number 5. 1-0 on the corner, 1-1. That was Freddie Garcia against Colby Lewis.
Pretty good lead for Franzen, trying to get a secondary lead to be able to score if there's a base hit into the outfield.
This one skied foul and into the seats along the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. De Jesus extremely shallow in center field, as is Podsednik in left.
Eber will challenge Podsednik's arm in left field. Jesus, a pretty strong arm, of course. Guillen, very strong arm in right field. That's why you see Franzen trying to get that extra step or so just in case the ball's hit into the outfield. Sednick very aggressive as far as charging the baseball. Doesn't have that far of a throw to make.
Ibar with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. 2 outs here in the 7th. Angels getting the only run in this game in the bottom of the 4th. Mike Napoli RBI single. Dusty Hughes and Tejeda playing catch in the bullpen. Two-two. Out to left. Not hit very deep, but Sednick comes in. There's a third out of the inning. We are through 7. Here's the big A. Joe Saunders going back out. He has thrown the ball well with a 1-0 lead. One nothing Angels. Betamit, Betancourt, then the top of the order, Sednick against Joe Saunders. And Joe delivering strike 1 to start this 8th inning. Betamit, the 8th place hitter, and DH 0 for 2 in this one, including a strikeout. He tried to sacrifice Mike Aviles in the 5th inning. Aviles was thrown out. He was in a rundown between second and third, and Betamit ended up getting to second base on that fielder's choice. Little tapper in front of the plate. Saunders can't do anything with it. That's an infield single. Well, May 9th of last year, Joe Saunders faced this Kansas City Royals team, matched up against Zach Greinke. He was very good.
Oh, very good. He had a 5-hit shutout. His first career shutout, had to win that game 1-0. Greinke was on his game, but Saunders is a little better.
Angels playing their corner infielders in, anticipating a bunt situation here with Betancourt at the plate. Not bunting, swings and pops one up. Thank you very much. First ball swinging. There's out number 1.
Well, especially this part of the game, you love to see a hitter go up there, swing first pitch, and get a quick out like that.
Fernando Rodney, who threw 30-plus pitches last night, up and loosening now. There's Sednick. Takes a strike. Scotty Pods struck out swinging in the 5th inning. 2 for 3. So Saunders getting ready to throw his 100th pitch of the night. Base hit to left. A 3-hit night for Sednick.
Well, a breaking pitcher was elevated enough that Sednick was able to punch that into left field for a base hit. The right pitch, but the execution of the pitch was not there for Joe, and it's been very consistent since that first inning in which he had troubles in his zone.
Mike Scioscia asking Jeff Mathis to go out, talk things over with Saunders. And Rodney doesn't take a whole lot of time to get loose. Jason Kendall tonight, 1 for 3 against Joe. Base hit back in the first inning, and since then a fly ball to center and a strikeout victim in the 6th inning.
One of those things too, when you see a catcher come out to talk, if you're a starting pitcher, you're wondering if that's just the delay tactic. But Joe Saunders got to keep his mindset going right now. Let's get through this inning. See if we get a ground ball double play.
Kendall takes a breaking ball for a strike. As shallow as the Angels outfield is playing right now, they could probably play a little bit shallower with Jason Kendall to play. No disrespect, but that's just Jason's game.
This is more of a contact hitter, tries to put it in play.
That's a strike on the inside corner, 0-2.
And this is the guy that Joe Saunders wants to get to hit a ground ball in an infield to get a double play. Tough hitter on deck. David DeJesus, who's had a lot of success against the Angels.
Benameed at second and Podsednik at first. Oh, 2 pitch. Kendall takes that one in the dirt. Nice job by Mathis. Keeps it in front of him. Kendall with that first inning base hit, extending his hitting streak to 7 games currently. 28 RBIs on the year. Two balls, 2 strikes. Try to get him to chase that off speed.
Now this becomes the key pitch for Joe. He's throwing that changeup off the outside part of the plate. Trust the fastball now in the same location.
There's a huge hole on the right side of the infield. 2-2 pitch is skied towards right center field. Torrey Hunter got a good jump, tracking this one down, makes the catch. Benameed tagged, heads to third base. 2 outs.
Well, it's all about that first step for Torrey Hunter. That ball was hit pretty well by Jason Kendall. Inside out swing. See Torrey reading it right off the get-go. That first step. Able to go to the glove side and make the play, turn around and get that baseball in as quick as possible.
So Benameed now at third base. Podsednik at first. There's David DeJesus, 0 for 3. He's lined out into a double play, flying to left, and grounded to first. Ground ball toward the middle. Howie smothers it, throws to first base. Got him! What a play by Howie Kendrick! That will end the Royals' 8th.
Incredible.
Say it ain't so, Gooby. We go back to the top of the 8th inning. How about this play by Howie Kendrick?
Well, I didn't think he had a chance to be able to make this play. Not only make this play, but get up and make a strong throw to get Jesus going down the line. You talk about game-saving defense. Mo will show how far he had to go to make that play.
How about this?
How many times you see that?
Unbelievable. He leads things off. Boy, baseball's quirky, isn't it?
It's like automatic. Make that great play, lead off the next inning.
On the ground to third, Callaspo's got it. There's out number 1. Billy Butler working his magic over at first. Howie at 0 for 4 tonight, but boy, that defensive play at the top of the inning. As good as a couple of hits tonight. Here's Bobby Abreu, who's walked, grounded out twice. 0 for 2. Kyle Davis tonight, 7 1/3. 6 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Well, he's doing a good job as far as pitching. Change up in the inner half for a strike and a fastball at 91 just off the outside corner at the knee level.
It's a 1-2 count. Taking low, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking ahead of the Royals' 9th inning, we've got Butler, Guillen, Callaspo. It doesn't look like Joe's coming out of the game. Brian Fuentes is playing catch in the bullpen. Bobby fouls that one back. So look at Blake Wood, the right-hander. Two again. Got him with the off speed. 3rd strikeout tonight, 2nd out here in the 8th. Torrey coming up. We'll go back to our Hyundai keys to the game.
Torrey continued to be a royal pain. That base hit to start off that 4th inning and scored the only run of the ball game. Got robbed of a hit the time before by Jesus in center field. Good time to be able to turn on a pitch right now to give a 2-0 lead if he can.
On the ground on the right side, base hit, a 2-out knock for Torrey, his 2nd hit of the game. And he keeps the 8th inning alive with the Halos looking to get some insurance runs.
Snow sure did. Stayed back on and went the other way. So level his shoulders were too. Not a lot of movement. That fastball go deeper in the strike zone, hits it in the right field for a base hit. Now look for Torrey to be aggressive at first base to try to get in scoring position.
Matsui swings through the off-speed pitch, and it snowballs at his strike. Hideki, a couple of hits, 2 for 3, both singles.
Both hits on slow curveballs. Just like that pitch right there, pulled off on that one.
Torrey back safely on the throw over.
Little fastball. Again, he's going to have to hit the ball the other way. They're going to stay away on him. Real slow curveball in the outer half. Fastball. It's going to show fastball in for effect off the plate. So now with the changeup.
2 balls and a strike. You would think at 112 pitches, if Davies is unable to retire Matsui, that we probably would see Blake Wood come into this game to face Mike Napoli.
Blake Wood in mid to upper 90s fastball would be a big difference.
Again, great adjustment by both guys in this game, considering the way that first inning started.
You're right about that. The first inning, both were throwing a lot of pitches out of the strike zone. Davies had got 3 outs on 5 pitches in the zone, 10 out of the strike zone of the 15 pitches. And from that point forward, started throwing more strikes. Great changeup. And Joe Saunders, same thing, first inning struggle, but then all of a sudden his command has been outstanding.
Three balls and a strike. There's Napoli on deck. Full count. Victoria will be going with the pitch now.
Oh, that was surprising. He threw a fastball at 3-1, but realizing that could be his last pitch if that's out of the strike zone, probably out of the ball game. Challenging with a fastball there. More likely will come with a changeup now. Well, he's going with a fastball.
3-2 pitch. Upstairs, he lost him. Here comes Ned Yost. More than likely bringing the hook with him. Blake Wood is ready to go. Third walk issued by Davies. Puts 2 on with 2 outs, and Kyle Davies' night has come to an end. Blake Wood, the right-hander, will be called upon to keep things in check. The Halos have 2 on with 2 outs here in the 8th, looking to add to their 1-0 lead. From the 8th inning. I want to remind you that baseball's biggest stars go head-to-head for one spectacular night in the summer's biggest event as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2010 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 13th, live from Anaheim at 5 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. Blake Wood comes on in place of Kyle Davies, who went 7 2/3 tonight, allowing 7 hits, striking out 3, walking 3. And Blake Wood will be charged with trying to get Mike Napoli here for the 3rd out, with Torrey Hunter at second and Hideki Matsui at first.
This should be a good challenge, too, for Mike Napoli. Wood throws the fastball at 92 to 97. A slider and a changeup. The power against a guy who likes to hit the fastball. Should be a good matchup for Napoli.
Napoli tonight 1 for 3, had an RBI single in the 4th inning, notching his 34th run bat at the end of the season. Breaking ball is up around the letters and outside for ball 1. Torrey's got a huge lead at second base, or at least he did on that previous pitch.
But if you're Torrey, unless you can walk in the 3rd, you got to give Mike Napoli an opportunity to swing the bat here.
There goes Torrey. The pitch is down low.
And it's 2 balls, no strikes. He pretty much was able to walk into 3rd base, not even a throw.
In and out, who's in, who's out. Cal Davies watching things here. Those 2 guys on the bases, his responsibility. But a very good outing for the right-hander, who came in with an ERA of 6.06. And with Matsui not going from first base, it opens up that right side just in case, because Butler's got to keep Hideki close to the bag. 2-0 pitch. Swinging through the fastball. It's 2-1. That one getting up there at 95.
Tough to catch up with that pitch. Well, letter high. It looks inviting for a hitter, but it's tough to be able to get that pitch.
Down low, 3-1 now. Kevin Franzen looking for an opportunity. Napoli would draw a walk. And 3-1. Swinging through the fastball. Full count now.
Well, if you're Blake Wood, you got to go fastball even higher to see if you get Mike Napoli to swing at it. If you're Mike Napoli, you got to try to lay off that pitch.
There's Torrey at 3rd. Hideki will be off of the pitch. The 3-2. He lost him. That's ball 4. Torrey Hunter's coming home. Nobody's coming. Torrey is out. Tagged in a terrific play by Jason Kendall. As Torrey tried to sneak across and pick up some insurance. It does not work. Nothing happening for the Halos here in the 8th. This is how the 8th inning ended. The Angels with a 1-0 lead heading to the 9th.
be able to get the baseball and then reach back and apply the tag. See that perfect play and great call to play by Jim Wolf.
Great camera work by our guys here at the Big A. Here's the 1-0. Butler takes outside. 2 balls and no strikes. There is action going in the Angels bullpen. We've mentioned in the top of the inning. Pardon me, the bottom of the 8th inning. Ryan Fuentes was up and playing catch. Looks like Scott Shields has gotten up and started to play catch himself. Fuentes should be just about ready. As Saunders is falling behind at 3 balls and no strikes on Billy Butler, who tonight has walked it. He's 0 for 2. That one on the corner, 3-1. Butler, Guillen, Callaspo, the scheduled 3 here in the 9th. And he walked him. Leadoff man is on board. See how quickly Mike Scioscia makes a move, and he's coming out now. So it was 1 batter and done for Joe Saunders. It really wasn't really close to Billy Butler. Joe's not happy with himself, but not happy with the fact he's being pulled from the game, but he was given the opportunity.
Given the opportunity, you cannot. If you're Mike Scioscia in that situation, you can't put him in a position to be able to be out there for a loss. Walk a leadoff batter. Great job. Fans appreciating what Joe did tonight.
Both guys started shaky in the first inning. Both guys did a terrific job. A tip of the cap by Joe Saunders. Second consecutive good start. Angels up 1-0. Six hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. His guy is Billy Butler at first base, or was, is Willie Bloomquist now as a pinch runner at first for Kansas City. There's Willie. And it's the left-hander Brian Fuentes being called upon once again. He had 2 saves in that Rangers series and looked exceptionally good saving those 2 games.
Again, get back to that mentality of throwing that first pitch strike fastball on the outside part of the plate at knee level. Try to get that ground ball. Bloomquist runs very well at first base. Again, is hit into 7 double plays.
Fuentes with a first pitch strike. Brian had a 1-2-3 9th inning in last night's game, picking up his 15th save of the year. And that included a strikeout. And all he needed was 7 pitches last night. Oh, 1. Lays off that one. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Guillen 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground ball to third, and a fly ball to center. In case you're wondering, the Rangers and White Sox game now tied at 3, heading to the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. New baseball put into play.
That is Fuentes try to go up the ladder with the fastball now, or to stay on the outside part of the plate. Try to sink the fastball, see if you get a ground ball to shortstop. Try to fastball up.
1-2. Out to center field. Dead in his tracks is Torrey Hunter. 1 out. Bloomquist remains at first base. And here comes Alberto Callaspo, the third baseman. Callaspo 0 for 3. 2 ground ball outs and a fly ball out. First pitch, strike into the knees.
Callaspo's hit into 12 double plays. Lucas going back to first base. Can't quite read Fuentes' move either to first or the home.
Oh, 1. Popped him up. Napoli into foul territory. Make that 2 outs. Angels on the verge of getting to 10 games over 500 for the first time on the year. And thus far, having done it on the shoulders of Joe Saunders, and a terrific inning-ending play by Howie Kendrick. That came in the 8th. Mike Aviles at the plate. He'll take a strike. Boy, Brian has not messed around the last 3 times out. Coming right after guys, righties or lefties.
He just wants consistent work. He said better arm slot with that fastball, the more work he's gotten.
Bloomquist still at first base. Here comes the 0-1. Aviles skies 1 foul, no balls and 2 strikes. Halos looking for their 7th victory in this homestand. And Joe Saunders would be getting his 7th victory of the season. But Fuentes is able to nail this one down, looking for his 16th save. No balls, 2 strikes on Aviles. Bloomquist with a short lead at first. Here's the 0-2. Nope, flip over to first just in case. Oh-2 upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good idea. Change eye level now. Go back with that fastball on the outside part of the plate. Knee level. Some running action off the outside corner. They just had to track that baseball up. Now going fastball, outside corner.
Bloomquist goes. The pitch is outside. The throw down is not in time. Boy, awfully close pitch, too.
That's what I was thinking. I thought that pitch was close. Might have been a strike.
Stolen base. Mathis is going to go out and talk things over.
Boy, just off the outside corner. Vilas able to take that pitch.
Perhaps figuring that with 2 strikes, good read on the strike zone, trying to give himself an opportunity to drive home the potential tying run. That's Bloomquist at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 9th. The pitch out towards center field. That's a base hit. And this game is tied at 1. Avila's trying for second. The throw trickles in. Torrey Hunter slipped out there, now grabbing his left ankle, and that's not a good sign. Torrey was trying to catch that baseball, plant, and throw back in. And that's when he went down. That's why that throw kind of trickled toward the bag at second. Joe Saunders unable to pick up his 7th win. He gets charged with a run in 8+ innings. And it's a blown save to Brian Fuentes.
And that pitch got a lot of the plate. Aviles took that pitch before. Well, you see he slipped as he tried to plant to make that strong throw into second base.
Wilson Bettamy takes a strike at the knees. Avila is picking up his 13th RBI and his 7th double. Bettamy tonight, 1 for 3. He had a single in the 8th. Breaking pitch is low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And if you're Fuentes, you got to forget about that. Get this out here. The offense win it in the bottom of the 9th.
One pitch on the corner, 1-2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, it's the bottom 3rd of the order. Franzen, Mathis, and Willits, the scheduled 3. See who the Royals decide to bring in. The 1-2 outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pickoff attempt, and Aviles gets back in.
Similar move, he got Matt Kemp that one game against the Dodgers at second base.
Tejeda's back up and loosening, and now Joaquim Soria has joined him. He is the Royals closer. And in between pitches, Torrey out in center field, just walking around and trying to keep that ankle stretched out, moving and loose. Two outside, full count. Here's a 3-2. Bettamy lined over to Napoli, who makes a terrific play for the 3rd out. But the Royals tie things up on a 2-out base hit by Mike Aviles. To the bottom of the 9th we go. We're knotted at 1. Bottom of the ninth here at the Big A. The Rally Monkey is out, tied at 1 apiece. Blake Wood is still out there. And here in the ninth inning, he'll be facing Kevin Franzen, Jeff Mathis, and Reggie Willits. Blake Wood came on with 2 outs in the 8th inning in place of Kyle Davies. And with runners at first and third base, he walked Mike Napoli, but the ball got away from Jason Kendall. Torrey Hunter at third base thought he had enough separation between the baseball and home plate to try to score. And Jason Kendall made one heck of a play to tag out Torrey to end that 8th inning. Otherwise, it'd be a 2-1. Fuego. Franzen bounces one over to second, and there's out number 1. Willie Bloomquist, who was the pinch runner for Billy Butler, stays in the game. He's at first. He scored the tying run in the 9th.
Fuentes had converted 9 straight save opportunities. And just missed that one fastball on the outside corner against Aviles, but he ended up getting the base hit after that.
One ball, one strike on Jeff Mathis, who tonight 0 for 3. The ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. Two balls and a strike. Blake Wood last pitched 2 days ago against the White Sox, went 1 inning. Struck out a man and walked one as Mathis bounces one toward the middle. There's a base hit. A 1-out knock. That's a potential winning run on base. As Reggie Willits is coming to the plate. Reggie in this one 1 for 3. He had a 5th inning base hit and was stranded at second base. Reggie takes that breaking ball down low.
Boy, if Reggie could somehow turn on a pitch to get it to the right center field, this game's going to be over. They're playing to hit the ball the other way in the outfield, center to left center. But here you can see this whole big alleyway to be able to hit the ball. If he hits the ball in this area, that run's going to be able to score easily from first base with Jeff Mathis running.
Quick throw to first. High throw, but Bloomquist is able to get a glove on it. One-oh pitch. On the ground of the right side. Bloomquist has got it. Goes for second base, and that's the only out they get. So Reggie reaches on the fielder's choice, but there are 2 outs now for Eric Ivar. Eric with a walk, a ground down, a couple of flies to left field. Wood will pay close attention to Reggie. Reggie picked up his first stolen base of the year Wednesday against the Rangers. Ibar flips one out to left center field. Base hit. Podsednik's got good speed. He'll cut it off. Willits heading over to third, and he'll stop there. Ibar with a 2-out knock. And you've got runners at first and third now for Howie Kendrick.
And what a perfect way to be able to end the game. Having Howie up here with that great defensive play he made earlier. Get an opportunity to be able to win it with one swing of the bat.
There comes Ned Yost. Joaquin Soria, their closer, had been loosening. And so had Robinson Tejeda. So in effect, we're going to exchange one right-hander for another right-hander. Blake Wood is out, and it'll be Tejeda being called upon. They're trying to keep things in check here for Kansas City. Runners at first and third, 2 outs in a 1-1 tie here in the ninth. Tejeda will come on and release. If you take a look at these 6 walk-off wins this year, Howie Kendrick has been a part of 2 of them.
Boy, the perfect guy to come up here. A good contact hitter, an ability to go the other way, because Tejeda's got a very good fastball. Throws that ball about 90 to 96 mile an hour as it's slider and a changeup. But Howie's got those good, quick hands to be able to drive the ball the other way for that base hit to be able to win this thing.
Reggie Willits at third base. Eric Ibar at first. Howie in this one 0 for 4. Outfield at normal depth. De Jesus toward the alley in right center. First pitch. Ibar goes. The off speed is upstairs. Took something off that fastball. Not the typical Robinson Tejeda fastball.
He's tried to aim that first pitch for a strike. Has 2 wild pitches on the season.
It's 2-0. And Robinson Tejeda has not come in here looking like the guy certainly that we saw in early June, a guy that has a reputation for a good live fastball.
Get up there around 96, sometimes 97.
It was fouled off to the right. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 from Tejeda. Howie fouls this one off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now humping up on the fastball was Tejeda. That one at 93 miles an hour. Tejeda resurrected his career in Kansas City after failed attempts in Philadelphia and Texas. The 2-2 fouled straight back.
Well, Howie's pretty good on that fastball that's elevated out over the plate. Tejeda looked like he got away with one there.
All fastballs so far from Robinson. Two. That's another foul ball to the right. Lays off the breaking pitch. And it's a full count. Bobby Abreu on deck. Now he asking for time. Tejeda taking too much time and getting his sign from Jason Kendall. The question goes, you go back to the fastball, which he's thrown a lot of in this at-bat, or back to that breaking pitch?
Well, it didn't look real comfortable throwing that last slider. It looked like he forced it. Does have an open base, but you have a left-handed batter on deck in Bobby Abreu. I'm going to believe he's got to go with a fastball here.
Here comes a payoff pitch. Off-speed pitch. Straight changeup. And now he just got a piece of it to keep his at-bat alive.
That's a pretty good job by Howie just to foul that off. A changeup after all fastballs and a slider.
Eight pitches so far to Howie Kendrick. Here comes the ninth. Ground ball to third. Teoscar smothers it on the first base. Out at first. We're heading to extra innings. Nice play by Alberto Callasco at third. And the Angels leave 2 on. 9 complete. And not by much. We're tied at 1. Top of the 10th inning. It is a 1-1 tie. Take a look back at what has gone on in this ball game, and a lot of pretty good things for the Angels for the most part. Mike Nambley, the RBI single, putting the Angels up 1-0. Joe Saunders dealing through his 8 innings plus, allowing 7 hits. This is the play. It's Torrey trying to score on the walk. And Jason Kendall with a terrific tag. Otherwise, it would have been 2-0 Angels, and that's Micah Beals on a 2-2 pitch from Brian Fuentes, scoring Willie Glimpkus to tie this game at 1 apiece. Yuniesky Betancourt to face Scott Shields, and he promptly takes a strike.
Boy, what a play by Cayaspo at third base to be able to get Howie.
Shields to face 9-1-2. Betancourt, Podsednik, and Kendall. There's Alberto Cayaspo smothering that ball at third base, and then that strong arm just gunning down Howie Kendrick. Otherwise, this game would be over. Instead, we play on. Two one. This one's hit to the right side and into right field. A leadoff knock for Yuniesky Betancourt as we go back to that play by Cayaspo.
Boy, he's got to fully dive and get up and make that strong throw. We talked about how strong his arm is. Just barely gets Howie at first. He leads all Major League Baseball players at third base as far as fielding percentages. 3 errors. Oh, what an arm. And Bloomquist, playing first base, took over for Billy Butler when he pinch ran. Makes the scoop.
Scott Shields hasn't pitched since the 27th against the Colorado Rockies. Went 1/3 of an inning, gave up a hit there. Podsednik showing button. They'll take low for ball 1.
Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Franzen in on the grass at third base as Podsednik gets a shine from Eddie Rodriguez at third. Another sacrifice, and again pulls the bat back, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Go back to that 9th inning for Kansas City, that lead-off walk. Mike Scioscia trusting Joe Saunders to go back out there. Fell behind. Last batter he faced, and that walk came around to score. 2-0. Podsednik drops a bunt toward the mound. Franzen will field it. Podsednik is retired. The sacrifice works as Betancourt moves to second. So 1 out now for Jason Kendall. Shields and Mathis will talk it over. Royals tonight 1 for 9 with men in scoring position. The Angels 1 for 7. And 1 for the last 20 for that matter. Outfield again very shallow with Jason Kendall at the plate. Needing to cut down that run should Kendall get a base hit. Jason 1 for 4, single back in the first. In a briskly played game up until the latter innings. Chasing the breaking ball, and it's no balls, 2 strikes.
Good job by Scott Shields to be able to get on top of that curve ball. Get that swing and miss down ahead of the count 0-2.
Try to get him to chase again, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. David DeJesus, the left-hand hitting center fielder, is on deck for Kansas City. You see Betancourt over at second. The 1-2. Jam shot over to first. Napoli will take it himself. Betancourt advances to third, but there are 2 outs.
He may elect to walk David DeJesus in this situation with an open base. We'll give Scott Shields the option as Mike Butcher comes out. Do you prefer to walk him and face Bloomquist on deck, or do you want to go after the lefty here?
Going to walk DeJesus here intentionally and take your chances with Willie Bloomquist. And Scott almost airmails that one for ball 1. Two and 0. And there is ball 4. Scott working on the changeup on the last one, making sure he's got the good grip. All right, now he can go to work. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. They're just guys that, there's certain guys that don't like throwing to first base. They don't like feeling the ball and firing it to second base. Other guys just don't like the intentional walk. It just takes them out of their rhythm.
And that's why I think they'll never allow that, like you see in high school baseball. You can have it, just make a sign to be able to have them go to first base on an intentional walk. They'll never do that in baseball because of this possibility of a pitch being thrown away.
So Betancourt's at third, DeJesus at first, 2 outs for Bloomquist, who pinch ran for Billy Butler, stole second and scored that tying run in the 9th of Brian Fuentes. The run getting charged to Saunders. That pitch on the corner for a strike. Bloomquist doesn't like it. Angels this year in extra innings, a 3-2 record. 0-1 outside. Nice job by Mathis. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to be able to move your body over to be able to make a play on that tough breaking pitch in the dirt.
Bloomquist fouls this one off to the right, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the bottom of the 10th inning, the Angels have Abreu, Hunter, and Matsui. They're scheduled 3. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, line to left. Kansas City's up 2-1. A hanging breaking ball that Bloomquist drills into left field.
Boy, too much at the plate. You allow a hitter to be able to gather their hands back and be able to drive it into left field for the base hit. Next moment will show how that pitch was elevated It became a very hittable one.
Yeah, takes a fastball high. 0 for 4 in this one. He was the first batter that Fuentes retired. That Callaspo popped out in foul territory against Bryant. This one chopped over to third. That's a foul ball. Nice try by Franza to get the forced shot at third base. So the middle three in the Angels lineup will be facing that guy, Joakim Soria.
Great cut fastball.
The guy the Royals faithful call the Mexicutioner.
Often compare him to Rivera from the Yankees with that cut fastball.
One and two. They're in the ninth in Texas. Still a 3-3 tie. White Sox and the Rangers. One, two. Apparently missing outside.
So he tried to get that two seam to run back on the corner and look like it got the upper part of the strike zone on the corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And he got him with a breaking pitch, but Kansas City gets a run here in the 10th inning. As we head to the bottom of the 10th, Halos down by a run, but they've got the right part of the order coming up. Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, Hideki Matsui to face Joakim Soria. 0-1, a 2.43 ERA on the year. He has been pretty good for a Rule 5 selection for the Royals over the years.
Soria has that fastball, 90-94. He cuts it. Will also throw the two-seam fastball, has a curveball, slider, and a changeup. 4 very good pitches.
He had a 1-2-3 ninth inning on Wednesday to pick up the 7-6 victory over Chicago. His 20th save of the year. Bray takes a strike. Soria, the first Kansas City closer to record 20 or more saves in 3 straight years, I should say, since Jeff Montgomery did it for 7 straight years from 90 to 96. Bobby's 0 for 3 with a walk. He'll promptly take a strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2. Bray takes outside. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The White Sox have scored a couple of runs in Arlington. They lead Texas 5-3. That game still in the ninth. Oakland shut out Cleveland 3-0. Bobby grounding one to second. Aviles has got it. Out number 1. So here comes Torrey Hunter. Torrey's 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Swings at the first pitch and grounds with a short. Betancourt's got it. 2 outs. The Angels down to the last out. Boy, this game changed dramatically. The 2-2 pitch in the ninth inning with 2 outs to Mike Aviles.
Especially after Fuentes just missed the outside corner by maybe a half a baseball. For getting that punch out, and it would have ended the game.
Yep.
Credit Aviles for taking that pitch and then getting that mistake pitch by Fuentes and hitting the left in the center field for the base hit.
Bloomquist early stealing a bag and putting himself in that position during that at-bat. Matsui takes a strike on the inside corner.
Like Bloomquist with the stolen base scores a tying run and knocks in the go-ahead run.
One and 1 now. Matsui with a strikeout, a couple of singles and a walk, so a 2 for 3 night. Robinson Tejeda getting the last out in the ninth inning would stand to pick up the W as Matsui takes a strike and it's 1-2. Scott Shields would take the loss.
That was a pretty good changeup he threw Matsui there on the outside part of the plate. Soria has given up 4 home runs in that closing position here. Going to go with a fastball. Shook it off. Went back to the changeup again.
The 2-2. Matsui swings and misses. The Royals take game 1 of this 3-game set to start the 4th of July weekend by the final of 2-1. 9 hits for both ball clubs, but the Royals got them when they needed them. The Angels had plenty of opportunities with men in scoring position, just couldn't capitalize.
Boy, a couple plays too by the Royals that able them to win the game. Kayaspo at third base on that ball hit by Howie Kendrick, makes a strong throw. Jason Kendall on that pitch that got away with Napoli at the plate. Torrey Hunter tried to score, dove and made that tag, but Bloomquist pinch run, steals a base, scores on that base hit. At times early in the ball game, couldn't throw enough strikes, but then all of a sudden start changing speeds and got some key outs at the right time.
Royals win it by the final of 2-1. Robinson Tejeda picks up the win, and Scott Shields takes the loss. Let's go on to Billy Mack, who's out on the rocks for Angels Live.
Yeah, thank you so much, Victor. We'll check in with you in just a matter of